So it's been a while since I've done this, and I wholly intend on getting back into the whole funny videos and covers and all that sort of stuff, but this is a video I've been wanting to make for a very long time, and I think it's a good way to sort of start things off again, so here it goes. So I haven't vlogged in approximately a year, and that's a pretty bad thing, especially considering practically all my other videos have at least a minute each of I'm going to keep doing this and have to keep doing the thing and all of the time. I could give you a whole host of reasons why I haven't been able to sit down and do this, but I guess the simplest way of putting it is that I've been a little bit sick. And I suppose we all get a little bit sick sometimes, but I didn't do something about it for a very, very long time. Now, if you sprain your ankle and you keep walking around on it for a couple of months or even a year, without doing anything about it, of course it's gonna get worse. And so it happened that it got worse. But now it's getting better, and I've learned a couple of things in the process that I'd love to tell you about. So I guess this video is as much for me and to remind myself of those things as it is for you. I've never seen myself as a selfish person. I found a lot of happiness in doing things for other people. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm a saint. I mean, I've made a lot of mistakes, but the one overriding thing has been the fact that I've loved doing things for other people and making people happy. But when you start living only to the expectations of other people, you start to lose your sense of self pretty quickly. And the more you lose, the harder it gets to realize that something is wrong. Now, I'm not saying be mean and cruel and rude on the pretense that you're being selfish in a good way. You're not. Steve Maraboli put it perfectly when he said just because your pain is understandable doesn't mean your behavior is acceptable. It's one thing to lash out when you're having a tough time and to do things and say things that you shouldn't have done, but don't justify them. Understand them and accept them, and if you need to, rectify them. And then be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. It's such a simple statement, and yet people take months and years to even try to understand what it means. It's funny how 4 words can have like a gigantically huge impact on the rest of your life and how you perceive things. Be kind to yourself. I mean, what does it even really mean? I've had so many people who I've known really well and people who I've only known for a couple of weeks tell me to be kind to myself, but what does it actually involve? Well, in the last couple of months, I feel like I've sort of explored a little bit of what it might involve, and this is it. Being kind to yourself is about understanding. It's about accepting the fact that this world will kick you over and over again until you're on the ground and then help you back up, just to spray you with pepper spray and push you in front of a train. It's also about knowing that despite all of these things sucking, if you even find one small thing to be grateful for and to be happy about every day, it's enough. And you will, because 95% of the world and the people in it are pretty damn amazing. As Sarah Kay, the spoken word poet, once put it, getting the wind knocked out of your lungs is sometimes the only way of reminding it how much it loves the taste of air. It's about learning what's important to you. What do you want to live by? Now, as a 20-year-old, people tell me, oh, you mean what do you want to do in the future, like career-wise, right? No, I mean, I guess to some extent your career is a huge part of your future, but it shouldn't be the be-all and end-all. When I say live by, I mean what morals do you want to live by? What makes you happy? How do you want to interact with people? What do you want to get out of those interactions? They're such vague questions, but vague can also mean with many answers. After all, life is a bunch of questions with no answers. Now, if you accept that rather than constantly question the amount of questions, that's going to give you a lot more room to find the answers. And with answers come better questions and better answers. It's pretty cool. Being kind to yourself is about realizing that you are the most important person in your life. And no matter how well you treat other people or how much good you do in the world, if you don't take care of yourself, that's not going to mean half as much. Being healthy and being happy on your own terms gives you an incredibly strong base to give you the courage to do anything that you want to do, even help other people. It's about realizing that people, sometimes the people closest to you, might stand in your way. I call in Sarah's beautiful words again when she says, sometimes when you step out of the phone booth and you try to fly, the very people that you want to save are those standing on your cape. And it's true, you can try to be Superman, but no one can save you but yourself, and no one can save them but themselves. Yes, you can get help, and sometimes that help is the only thing that's keeping you here. But when things start to change, that's you. You are the one that's changing. You are wanting to get better, and you are getting better. It's you, and before anyone else, you need to love yourself for that. But hey, it's also about knowing that it's okay to get help. People are not okay sometimes, and it's okay to not be okay. It's about being gentle and loving with yourself. It's about saying, well, yeah, I totally screwed up, like big time, but here's an opportunity for me to be the person that I wasn't. To be calm and not angry. To be understanding and not judgmental. To be strong by understanding that it's okay to be a wimp sometimes. Hell, I'm a wimp sometimes. And that's cool, man. Because being cool with that gives you the strength to hold your ground the next time things get shitty. So, be kind to yourself. And if you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it. There's a couple of links in the description and contacts too if you want to have a chat. As for me, well, I'm about to jump into what's gonna be the biggest and most productive year of my 21-year existence. And I'm hella pumped. And still lame, as always. I plan to busk and sing and study and travel and get more tattoos. I'm joking, mommy, it's okay, relax, breathe. And I plan to vlog. Something tells me it's actually gonna happen this time. Stay awesome, guys. La, 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 la.